I'm already live. Oh, I'm looking for the song that I want to sing, and yeah, it's been a while since I did a live on this channel. I mean, seriously, Papa God, I know this is a ministry, and I have to do better. And September is my month to step up. Today is already the 21st, Mark. Today is the 21st. You cannot afford to be doing only one live a week. You know, this is a very important topic, and it doesn't matter whether my own relationship, I don't know what you call workout, but it doesn't matter where it is. What matters is to show how when God is in the process and God is in the refining and God is in everything, everything works out so well. And the peace and serenity I now have, like whether close or not close, I'm happy. And this wasn't something I had for several years of my life. Whether in a relationship or out of a relationship, there was a void, there was a restlessness. And since if getting on my abstinence with commitment journey in December 2021, and all along, and then meeting King David, and up to today where I am, it's just been so peaceful and happy, and I am so grateful. That's why when God said, this is a ministry, take it on IG, create his own handle, create his own Facebook page. It doesn't matter how many people watch and follow, you just walk in obedience. And I was like, yes, Papa. And so, you know, when you are doing things for God, you put your feelings aside. You have put your hand on the plow so you don't look back. And at the same time, you keep learning and you keep growing and you keep appreciating it all. And when you can put two and two, you know, you can compare the before and the now. You know that, I am in good hands now. I'm not talking about the hands of a man. I'm talking about you're standing with God through it all. And then the most beautiful thing for me is that I know I am a queen. I know how much I am worth. I know frolicking is not involved. I have said it before, what frolicking is to me. Frolicking is fooling around with your body. Sex. It is not. So it's very organic. And maybe some would think without that the relationship is not cemented, it's not spiced and stuff. Nah, that's not how I look at it. And for me, it's just as good without even that distraction involved. So I want to talk today about a queen's word. That's the topic that was put on my heart. And I want to just say, Father, thank you, right? Doing this because you want me to do this, and I am starting. And Papa, I saw this book, right? This Mariapoli song book, and I saw a song. I've sung this song, but I want to sing this one stanza of this song. And the day we dawn. This is like some praise, right? Let your mind fly on the wings of hope, and your soul on the path to freedom. Let your life turn on the tide of wisdom, and happiness be the fruit of your sorrow. Let God's love bring your heart to your brother's doorstep, and the day will dawn when the world will be one. And the day will dawn when the world will be one. let God's love bring your heart to your brother's doorstep. And that means that even if you thought that was your brother's doorstep and you really felt God's love bringing you there, and at some point there is some stagnation, as a queen, you will know that your worth is not dependent on the success of this relation or the outcome or on the validation of this person and all of those things. And so your day will still dawn. So the most important thing is God's love. And that's why I say a queen's word, in my humble opinion, and I knowing I am a queen now, my worth is not determined neither by my King David nor by the crowd. And that's why I don't have a crowd, and I'm cool, because no, my kind of queenhood and the kind that God gives, it's not the one where you wear a crown. Jesus never wore that kind of bling bling crown, apart from the one they put on his head when he was carrying his cross during the crucifixion to make a mockery of him. So it's not as the world crowns. It's not like the one that recently in England they were crowning, the coronation. It's not that type. It's a type that flows from within. Without that crown, you are a queen. And you know your worth. Whether you're king or whether you even have a king, and whether that king validates your queenhood or not, you just keep stepping up. And at some point, if he cannot step up with you, then you have to let that go. That's not where I am, but I am at a place, at a crossroad or somewhere where I have to step up, and I'm already stepping up. And I cannot really tell whether he's stepping up or not. And I'm not prepared to. I'm not prepared. Nobody's even going to try to make me step down. Because I am also at that age and stage of my life where I really know what I am doing, why I am doing it, who is my super daddy, overall boss and everything. And so no, for a human being to even make me feel like I have to dim my light, my glow or something like that, to be at their level or to be accepted by them and all of that, it's not going to work out. So communication has been dwindling, but I'm not bothered about that. I'm actually praying, not praying so that it must pick up, but praying that God's will may be done. And I've been having conversations with God too. And he's told me to keep praying, and so I just keep praying. And I'm the same person, and I've just been so busy, and that's why it's taken me some time to come on live. And the instruction was to do it live on Instagram before you download and put on the other platforms. And I cannot walk in disobedience. I tried that side. It didn't help me at all. I tried to the extent where I wrote the whole book titled Musings on the Murky Dating and Relationships Terrain by a lady who has had plenty interactions on that terrain. Haha, mad. And when I finished writing this book, God said, okay, now that you have written all of that, your rubbish down. Okay, well, put that, okay? All of that is good. Okay, bye. Are you now ready to start afresh? To let me have the reins of that horse? No more driving it around crazy. No more frolicking. No more tossing left and right, whining and bitching over people and nagging and all of that. I was like, yes, Papa, yes, Papa. And oh God, it has been so beautiful, because many people reach out to me now, and they really talk to me respectfully, and they try to see if we can have a relationship, notwithstanding that I am very public about this, a king and her queen, right? Or a queen and her king. Sorry, Papa, a queen and her king. Notwithstanding that I say I'm in a relationship with somebody, Whether you know the person or you don't know the person, and you see us growing up and coming down, everybody does their own way. But notwithstanding, people still try. I have a colleague of mine, once had a one something with him, and they keep thinking that, oh no, they can't, because they think, oh well, I should be better off, I'm a lawyer, I'm this and that and stuff. And I don't curse people, I don't do all those things, so I can let you talk. I might not respond, but I'm not going to, just block you. And no. I'm so civilized, right? It doesn't matter. Just keep writing. When you get tired, you can stop writing. And it's funny, because before I'll be like, okay, let's meet for lunch. Okay, just so that I can go out. But now I don't want to. The highest thing is you write. I might reply, I might not reply. But that's the highest. If you say, let's meet for no, I'm not even going to answer. I will just not do that. I'm so busy with ministry, and everything about my life is ministry. That's what God said. So I am very conscious about everything, even how I walk out, and all of that, and what I say, what I write, even the thoughts and the people I talk to, the prayers, the everything. And that is how, even in this particular relationship, because I know I am a queen. Queens don't get mad. Queens don't get even. They don't repay. They don't do fire. Queens get better. I am not, I just express myself, and then I pray, and then I let it be. Actually, at this current stage of my abstinence with commitment journey, I have been blessing my exes, those who had the most impact in my life. Whether you would have thought that it was good or it was bad, and for me everything was good, because you are either teaching me a good lesson in life, for example, how not to play wife and house when somebody has not yet married you, or well, something positive, something that was adding value to my life, something. So God said, okay, you have 2 weeks. From that last week, this is the second week, so it's ending this Sunday. Because this last quarter of my abstinence to commitment journey, I have to count my blessings and name them one by one. I started in September, from the 1st of September or something like that, and I have to go through to the 1st of December when the journey formally comes to an end. I don't think that I will finish counting my blessings and naming them one by one, but I now understand the raison d'etre of the exercise, and I'm so grateful. So this particular period, the last week and this week, is for exes. All of them. It doesn't matter whether it was a conventional relationship, whether you should have been in that relationship in the first place, whether this person abused you, whether, all of them. I'm still alive. Many people will not even have made it out of those relationships with their minds still like my own, being able to do so many things like this, notwithstanding that I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, which is a mixture of all kinds of things right from childhood and stuff. So, look, my queenhood comes from God. His love is amazing. And I keep walking in complete obedience. And so, just like he told Hosea, you go and marry her. You don't give up on her. You do this. You pray. You go and redeem. You go and do that. I just listen to what God says. He says go, I go. He says pray, I pray. He says don't go, I don't go. Don't talk, I don't talk. Talk, I talk. Okay, if he ever says stop, I will stop. Because what I know in this particular case also is that when he gave me this assignment, I asked him, what kind of assignment is it? He said it's a multi-purpose assignment. And so sometimes you might think it has to go that way, and it could have to go that way, but only to a certain extent. Because in conclusion, if you think somebody is a king, and even if they call themselves a king, but they don't think they're king enough for you, you're not going to force them. And so you are not going to, step down from being a queen, become a princess or a lady in waiting, just so that they can decide when they're elevating you back to queenhood, or if they want you to stay at that level, which is not my case, but it is not really clear and stuff like that. And I am like, life goes on. It's a wonderful experience for me. I give God all the glory. And I don't know. But what I know is that I am a queen, and what I know is that I deserve a very dynamic king, and what I know is that God got my back, and what I know is that God has my matter on his head, because God knows the plans he has for me, and he knew these plans right before, even before I was formed in my mother's womb, right? And those are not plans to lead me into Babylon and all of those kind of things. And so his grace is sufficient. So let me wrap up as I usually do by encouraging those, I'm talking more to sisters, to queens, or if you are not yet queens, to those who are on their journeys to queenhood. Don't give up, and don't beat yourself up and keep crying and jumping from one relationship to the other immediately in some rapid succession, like that's where your world is. And if somebody doesn't pick you and put you there and put a ring on your finger or give you their last name and all of those things, it is finished for you. And don't bother what the world is saying. Some people say, oh, you're divorced, you're not, what are you going with that? Why are you going to all of that? I'm not going to nowhere with that. So I don't even get into those arguments. I don't bother about those things. I know who I am and whose I am. And we have this direct communication. We will have this personal relationship. So if he has not condemned me, whatever human beings are saying, that's their own. And if I have this peace in my heart over something, then I'm good to go. So please, sister, I talk more to sisters because I'm a sister myself, right? And I really hope that kings can also glean something from what I say, right? I don't think that any king will also want to have a sister or maybe a queen who doesn't really know that she's a queen. Like I once didn't know I was a queen, right? What are you going to do? Spend your whole life trying to bring her, make her know that she's a queen, and then maybe by the time she finally knows that she's a queen, you are so tired and you have dropped and you are no more her level, and so just let God lead. That's it. Let God and love lead, and don't beat yourself up. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Stuff like that. Nothing do you. Use the IG, use the filters, the glam, the everything. Just live. Live in your joy. Live in the strength of the Lord is your joy, right? His banner over us is love. Yeah. I am his beloved and he is mine. His banner over me is love. I am his beloved and he is mine. His banner over me is love. I am his beloved and he is mine. His banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. Until the next talk, the next conversation, maybe I will continue with my journey to queenhood, because it might seem like it was so easy. Nope, it wasn't, and I stopped somewhere, so I might have to continue. But as I said, it's just going to be like this anyhow, so you might want to go check out the previous videos on my YouTube channel, or maybe in the archives, or I don't know how those things work. I'm still learning. I even got on TikTok with the ministry Love and Healing. So yes, I'm occupying territory. I'm stepping up in faith. But I'm just talking about relationships, romantic ones and stuff like that. But when God is in the midst of it all, take care of yourselves. God bless us all.